Hello, my name is Lennin Kuri, along with my partners Dabby Magtulis and Erick Rios. I will be presenting one of the many concerns of the San Jacinto High School student population and the solution to resolve it. New California rules are meant to get school kids to drink fewer sugary drinks and more water, but many students do not want to drink out of public water fountains due to the health risks associated with them. Similarly, San Jacinto High School is faced with the same problem, which motivated our group to take action. Our CAP action group centered on the implementation of new filtering water fountains at SJHS. Throughout our presentation, we will focus on 4 main points. 1. Information about our CAP proposal. 2. Research conducted to support our solution. 3. The results of each survey question asked to support our proposal, including the responses and social media. 4. The overall necessity for our solution to be undertaken and why it should be implemented. Our CAP proposal focused on the main problem of the purity and cleanness of the water from the water fountains on campus due to it not being up to the standards suitable for the health of the students. The solution is to put into place an overall much more improved water filtering system to provide cleaner water for students. The rewards associated with the solution would be the improvement in student health and cleaner learning environment. However, the obstacle facing the solution is finding the resources required to fund the project due to each individual fountain needing to be over $10,000 in funds to successfully replace all the fountains on campus. Before we took steps towards establishing the new fountains on campus, we conducted extensive research to support our proposal. Older schools may contain lead soldered pipes that allow the metal to flake into water supplies or result in lead-contaminated water, especially when the water sits over weekends and holidays. Since San Jacinto High's construction in 1968, the pipes have rarely been changed, despite the new buildings that were implemented at a later date. The new water filtering systems we wish to establish contain a vandal-resistant cooler and a bottle filling station in a consolidated ADA-compliant design. The new water system models will also introduce a feature of a 3,000-gallon capacity water sentry combined with a filtration visual LED monitor to indicate when replacement is necessary. Therefore, it will indicate when maintenance is needed, which most janitors will deem helpful. Old pipes can contaminate. New filters will save the water by each individual bottle usage. Each individual new fountain will cost $1,011, which is slightly higher than the cost of the current unsanitary water fountains on campus that cost $700 individually. A mere $300 difference should not be an obstacle but a necessity to ensure the health and safety of students on the San Jacinto High campus. The new water systems will contain a push-button activation with automatic 20-second shut-off timer with each individual bottle refill. This is also combined with a green ticker that counts the quantity of bottles saved from waste, which has been statistically proven to save water at a higher rate. Our CAP project will take advantage of water districts like Eastern Municipal and the city of San Jacinto that provide San Jacinto High School with water, in hopes of giving overall knowledge about the plumbing and water sanitation necessity for school environments. New filters compensate for filtration. SJHS drinking fountains dispense water in an arc, which means any bacteria present at the spigot would theoretically be rinsed away. This is why it's a good idea to let the water run a second or two before you drink. Most people taking a quick drink from a drinking fountain possesses little risk in terms of disease transmission, but there are some caveats, like whether or not the fountain is regularly cleaned. The current water drinking fountains at San Jacinto High School do not filter water completely and rarely get cleaned by staff. This initially can impose a health risk towards the student environment that is overall the big problem. A more pressing concern may be the vast number of human-made chemicals finding their way into public water supply. There are more than 116,000 human-made chemicals now detected in public water systems, according to William Marks, author of the book Water Voices from Around the World. From 2011 to 2012, 32 drinking water associated outbreaks were reported, causing at least 431 cases of illness, 102 hospitalizations, and 14 deaths. This can be prevented through the establishment of more sanitary automatic filtering water fountains on the school campus. Our CAP group created a 5-question student survey that was distributed electronically. First, do you believe that the current water fountains at SJHS are sanitary enough for drinking? 2. Should a new water bottle refilling station be established at SJHS? 3. Would you be willing to support the establishment of new water fountain systems? 4. How do you feel about the hygiene status associated with the current water fountains at SJHS? And 5. Would your parents be willing to support the establishment of more sanitary refilling water systems at SJHS? To spread our CAP proposal survey further, we used social media to our advantage and uploaded photos that incorporate the importance of the proposal and significant research to present to our audience. In our recent social media dominated generation, we hypothesized that it would be a great way to spread our proposal across the internet, exposing it to a substantial amount of San Jacinto High School students. Our CAP project group each posted the same message and photo on our Instagram accounts. The message implied to take our survey by visiting the links on our bios that we incorporated. After conducting a randomized survey from the student population at SJHS, the results conveyed large support from students about the proposal. More than 90% of the students who answered the survey supported the fact that SJHS is in desperate need for the establishment of proposed new water systems. Even though not every student replied to the survey when sent, the results collected are still significant in conveying support and necessity for our proposal. Overall, the results accumulated a positive response towards possible support from SJHS student parents. Not only did SJHS students express strong support behind our proposal, but also parents. This is a crucial factor to convince the district to support our proposal. Student survey. The first question, do you believe that the current water fountains at SJHS are sanitary enough for drinking, generated more than 90% in disagreement, which overall supports our proposal. The second question, should a new water bottle refilling station be established at SJHS, generated more than 90% in agreement to the support of our proposal. 3. Would you be willing to support the establishment of new water fountain systems, generated more than 90% in agreement with the support they could give from the student population. 4. How do you feel about the hygiene status associated with the current water fountains at SJHS? More than 90% of the students who answered, I feel it is unhygienic. And lastly, 5. Would your parents be willing to support the establishment of more sanitary refilling water systems at SJHS? More than 80% of the students who took the survey answered yes, which is substantially important in supporting our proposal. Conclusion. The result of enacting such a policy would help to benefit the students in such a way that would not only improve their health, but learning environment as well. The main obstacle that we must overcome as a student body is finding the resources required to fund this project. While the proposal of new water fountains for our school is beneficial, opposing members might argue that it is obligatory. Impact and future civic actions. The superintendent's assistant personally has met with me and notified me that our district presentation will take place sometime in May. I used my position as student advisory council member to exemplify this campus concern to important district board members. Most importantly, our CAP group had the opportunity to present this proposition in hopes that it will spark necessary interest of implementation. Since a project this large would be undertaken after we graduate, we were grateful to have the opportunity to voice one of the biggest concerns on campus. Overall, my group and I learned of the impact a small group of students can make on any given issue. By reaching out to important board members, we received professional experience that will help us in our future endeavors. We advise incoming students to not be afraid to reach out to the important individuals within the district and develop critical communication skills.